So this is day two of practicing Stoicism. Um, so I thought I'll do my journal in two section. Like the first section, I'll be talking about some of the experience that I had in the previous day, and just have a discussion about that within myself, I guess, to decide whether I did right or wrong or whatever. In this second section, I'll just talk about the some of the things I might have learned from it, or from new chapters that I heard of how to be a stoic. So about yesterday's situations, okay, there was actually one situation where it got kind of tricky. So usually I sleep at 12 mostly, but yesterday I was watching a football match, so I stretched out to 1 o'clock. But I have flatmates with me, to others, and I think he knows that I usually sleep at 12, but he might have heard that, heard me watching football, so he might have thought maybe I was awake till 1. Anyway, what happened was at 1:30, I was not actually sleeping at that time, but at 1:30 I got like knocks on my door. So the thing I did was I started ignoring that. I didn't open the door. I ignored the fact that he was knocking, and I thought that he will go after some time, thinking that I am asleep. Then he started calling to my mobile, again knocking, again mobile, and many things. And I thought it was some kind of emergency, but I knew, according to his character, that he is kind of that inconsiderate guy who doesn't care what others feel, or what others go through because of his behavior, that kind of guy. So I knew like it might be some of the things that he wants, not any emergency of any kind. So I opened the door, and he was like, I was watching it on projector which was bought by everyone. So he was asking that projector actually. So at that time I was like, okay, I'm acting like I was asleep, and I had to show that anger, right? So after I gave him the projector, I just slammed the door. Then I went to sleep actually. But now that it's journaling time, I was just thinking, was that the right behavior? What I did. So maybe I did two things that are wrong, I guess. The first thing is I judged him basically. I thought that he might have known about this, and still he did this, which might not be true. And the second thing, the anger that came from that situation. So I was just analyzing that, right? According to Stoicism, you have to that where is it coming from? So it was coming from the fact that he was doing it, and he as an entity is not in my control. Like, he can do anything. I mean, to piss me off, he can do anything. So according to Stoicism, I believe that I shouldn't get affected because of that. Like, he is not in my control, so I shouldn't be getting affected because of those kind of situation. And yeah, this brought about many discussions in myself. Like, sometimes I thought, if I be indifferent to everyone, like whatever they're doing, I just don't care about it, and still be compassionate to them, not show anger or anything, then they might take you, like, you know exploit you because of that character. So that was one of the thing I had a problem with today, which I don't know, obviously. I thought I could keep it at 5 minutes. I don't think I can. Yeah, that was one of the discussion I need to have with someone actually who knows stoicism, how to deal with that, because I get it, like if I do all this, I can uh, yeah, I can give another explanation, like in the end, I it's all about me being happy and content, and they cannot destroy this. They can do all that they want, and I, yeah, okay, I read about this part, maybe that answers it. Like, they cannot destroy my peace, right? Whatever they do, they cannot destroy it, and I don't need to show them, like, uh, I don't need to. It's not my responsibility to correct them or not. Maybe they'll face it in the future with someone, and they might face it themselves in a situation, and they might think about it. But anyway, it shouldn't affect me and my peace and everything. And talking about the lesson I learned today, again, it was one lesson. So in that chapter, I was talking like human beings, everyone should focus on living according to the nature, and human beings' nature is basically being rational. So for every situation, you can be two things. You can either behave irrationally or rationally. So irrational in the sense, like yesterday's situation, I became angry, I did all that. So as a human being, that characters belong to all the animal species basically. Like, if they are pissed off, they become angry and show that. But as a human being, as a human being's innate nature of being rational, I should first think about that, you know where that emotion is coming from, then behave accordingly, and think if that is justified enough, and if that is justified, how that is going to affect me, and how that is going to affect my mental peace and everything. So I guess in that sense, the thing I learned about was human beings innate align with your nature, and your nature is being a rational being. So being a rational being, you shouldn't stoop to the laws of like being angry, doing irrational stuff. That's goes for other animals. And yeah, that's my learning today.